Valve in the past year has been very indecisive on how they want to handle games on Steam, notably adult-themed titles. They have a large variety of highly suggestive games, but they have been banning as well as delaying a lot of them for no good reasons. They will give developers little to no explanations on why their titles may be removed, but we know at this point that Valve follows no policies on what they accept and what they reject. They just judge things on a case-by-case basis the way that Sony does. But recently, Valve has silently banned a few titles from the storefront and has even hidden any record of them ever being on Steam. A recent title that this happened to was The Most Forbidden Love in the World, which is a romance visual novel, and the developers had to inform their consumers because Valve tried to stay as quiet as they could about the ban, removing the game without even leaving the game's storefront page up for a few days, so consumers could see that it was banned. Another case that happened recently was surrounding Taimanin Asagi, a visual novel based off of a very popular hentai series. Valve had actually accepted this game and all of the 18 and up content that came with it, and then they just decided recently to ban the visual novel from being released on Steam. Apparently, it was due to the questionable ages of the characters, yet looking at the characters, none of them appear to be underage. Looking at all of proportions, they seem to be fully grown women to me. It is starting to seem like they will use the underage card whenever they want to deny a game they may not like, even if none of the content fits under what they are saying. And we also have to look at a title that was accepted on the platform right around the same time, Morning Dew Farms, a hardcore gay simulator. Obviously, the content is very different. On one hand, we have very busty females, and on another, we have men in furries. But the game actually has hardcore sex scenes, and none of them are censored. Yet they ban a game that contained very similar adult-themed content. Even though I do not play a lot of this type of content, I would never want it banned just because I may not find an interest in it like others do. I think that this pick and choose method that is going on with Sony and Valve is very bad, and not only bad for developers, but very bad for consumers. You should not allow your employees to deny titles just because they do not like them. Personal preference should not play a part in the acceptance or rejection of a title, and it's obvious games with specific narratives are being accepted, as we can see with Morning Dew Farms on Steam. I am not saying that either of these titles should be banned due to the content that they contain, but as a consumer, I find it very important to know the guidelines a platform follows so I can know the type of site I am supporting. And I would rather it be an all or nothing situation so I can either support them and feel good about it, or so I can find another platform to support. One of the worst things about this situation is the fact that Valve has addressed it before, saying that they are not the taste police and they have decided to allow anything onto the platform unless they deem it illegal. Yet their actions have gone directly against those statements. They have made it very difficult for developers that create games that are adult-themed. They have gotten to the point where they know they should either avoid Steam completely and the market there, or they will need to censor their own game. And it is awful that Valve is basically forcing them to pick one or the other. Obviously, these developers can go to another platform that caters to these types of games, but that closes off a whole market of potential customers, and since these games contain nothing illegal, they should have a fair chance on the platform just like all of the other titles. Valve is closing off a whole genre of games, and even if it is not the largest market, they should not be telling people what they can and cannot play. But that is all the news that I have regarding Steam right now. I just think in regards to their policies, it is still a problem, and even though they have spoken against it and said that it will not be a problem, nothing they are doing is proving that they are taking any steps forward to make it a better situation for developers or consumers. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below about the situation. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting the channel via links in the description. Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed and a dislike if you did not, and I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.